Hey, welcome to this week's Weekly Wisdom. Hi, how are you? I hope you've had a really great weekend or beginning of the week, end of the week, depending on when you get to see this particular video. So I hope life is treating you well. And yeah, I did question about what was actually going to cover in this particular week's Weekly Wisdom, because again, towards the end of last week, there were so many people who actually contacted me regarding challenges that they were going through in life. And some of them, and being perfectly honest, were quite harrowing. They really were. And that seems to have been the pattern over the last few weeks, for myself, that I've experienced anyway. So I thought what I was going to do this week is, no matter where you are, whatever you're doing, if you want things to actually be better, there's one key to it. And that is the fact to raise your standards. Now, you may well think, well, what does that mean, Dave? And that would be a great question. Excuse me. And raising your standards, being, what you've actually done already is great to get you where you are now. But that type of mindset is not going to help get you to the next level. And for most people, that's what we want to do. We want to get to the next level because we know that what we've got at the moment is, in some ways, it's great. And in which case, it's not going to take too much to get to the next level. With many people, it's a case that, okay, I'm comfortable with where life is now, but I still want more. So in which case, as a generalization, we need to raise the standards a bit more than that. But for a lot of people, they're just not happy with where they are in life right now. And for those people, they need to raise the standards an awful lot. And obviously, I'm talking really, really general here, because what I'm talking about here is bucking the trend. Yeah, that seems a bit surreal, doesn't it? Bucking the trend. Because I don't know how you feel, but especially in the Western world anyway, success is not normally celebrated. And yet, there is so much success going on a daily basis. A minute by minute basis. It's just that we don't normally get to hear about it. And quite often, because certain people are actually jealous of that success, then what they try and do is bring people down by being critical or saying, oh, it's all right for you because of X, Y, and Z. See, the vast majority of people, their success is not because of X, Y, and Z. It's because they've raised their standards. And what do I mean by raising their standards? Well, first of all, they decide on what they want. I deal with a lot of personal clients, and a number of clients that come to myself, and one of the first things say, okay, great. So what is it you want in life? And that's just it. It goes deathly quiet. So it helps if you know what you want. So then if it's a real struggle of that, when the weeds have actually started to grow under the feet and everything because we've been waiting for answers that long, maybe we'll ask the follow-up question. Okay, what don't you want? And boom, you get a big list. Now, first of all, why does that happen? Because, why are people focusing on what they don't want? Well, as I said a bit earlier on, success is not necessarily promoted. We tend to focus on the negative parts of society. Because society, as a generalization, is quite negative these days. Oh, that's the way I feel anyway. But, if you've got a list of what you don't want, then that's a great start. Because it's something. And if you've got a list of what you don't want, then if you flip it or do the opposite, then that's normally what you do want. But we're still focusing on this side. But to actually get things from here to here, what we need to do is raise the standards. And we do that by, have you noticed that so many people, I'll use the example of January the 1st, unofficial weight loss day, And maybe, you know people in this. Come January the 1st, and New Year's resolution is, I'm going to lose weight. And then they say, how much? Oh, I don't know. I'm just going to lose weight. And then by the 3rd of January, they've actually been eating all the remnants from Christmas. Yeah, maybe you know people like that. See, what we tend to do is have shoulds. Yeah, I should lose weight. I should make the extra call. I should ring someone. I should message this. But the thing is, shoulds normally do not get us to move to where we want to get to. Now, when we turn around and say it's a must, then that's different. See, when we raise our standards and our should become musts, then what we do, we take action. Because what we see as far as what we're going to gain from that far outweighs where we are currently. And that's a big thing. And, there have been many times in my life that, I've had to move away from, I'll say as a generalization, the pain that I was in, as in I wasn't happy with my life at that particular time. And to do that, what I did is, instead of actually saying, oh, I'll do that in a minute, or I'll do that tomorrow, because let's face it, tomorrow never comes, does it? Then I turned things into a must, because I wanted to move away from where I was. Okay, at the time, many years ago when I started doing this, I didn't have the realization that I had changed from, it should be, from a should to a must. It was just the fact of, my vision. My goal was so strong. I was that passionate about it that I was just going to achieve it no matter what. But when I break it down, what I did, I turned my shoulds into musts. And for us to have a really, really fulfilled life and maximize our real potential, then realistically, that's what we need to do, turn our shoulds into musts. And by doing that, we do raise the standards. Because if you think about it, now, obviously I don't know your particular history, but let's just say that you've actually, you've been in the armed forces. Yeah, let's just say that is the case. Or you know someone that has. Now, first of all, if you've actually been in the forces, then thank you for your service. No matter which country that you're in, it doesn't matter. Because what you've done, you've represented your particular country, and hopefully with passion and pride. And for many people, when they go through their training and everything, that is their highest standard that they ever achieve in life. Because, on a daily basis, more often than not, especially when you start with your basic training, etc., then it's a must that you get up, you're doing your exercises, you're doing your drills, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing the other. And you've got a band of brothers and sisters around you that your circle of influence is all the same with one particular goal. And then you come into Civvy Street, okay? Now, if you're not familiar with the term Civvy Street, it's a term that we have in the UK. It may not be used in your particular country. So, normal society is another term for it. And you may well find that it can be a real frustration because people in general society don't have the same standards as the people that have been in the forces. Now, that may well be a police force or the fire brigade and that as well. But in any of these particular disciplines, and it can be a big frustration. So one of the great ways of actually turning your shoulds into must is be aware of the people that surround you. I'll use it as your circle of influence. Because what happens quite often, if you're with a circle of influence that, let's just say they're content with life, and you decide to, I'm going to change my shoulds into must because I want to make my life better, then what quite often happens is because you're moving away from this circle, they go into a state of fear and they don't want to lose you. So what they start doing, they start either bringing you down with comments like, you'll never do that, or who do you think you are wanting to change? And it's not that they don't love you. It's just that it's their fear that they don't want to lose you. Because you've made that change. You've made that decision to change and make life better for you and hopefully the people around you as well. So you may well get some resistance with that. And if that does happen, it is normal. So don't think that, hey, you guys, you're weird or anything along those lines. It's not the case at all. I say they're actually doing it more often than not through love, because they don't want you to change too much, because it then puts the onus on them. And maybe you know people that, I don't know, for argument's sake, you're at school or university with. And if you're content with what you've got, as an example, but you know people that you went to school, university with or whatever, and they've achieved amazing things. And sometimes we look at them and think, why them? Why not me? We've pretty much all done it. And the main reason is the fact that they've actually changed their shoulds into musts. And what they've done, they've changed their circle of influence. Instead of being pulled back by the people that love us, then they will either lead this group, sorry, excuse me for coughing. Then they will either lead this group, so the group goes with them and changes their outlook as well, or they will find another group, and another group of like-minded people that they can feed off each other. So it's not just positive thinking, but they have a different outlook, in as much as they become solution-based instead of problem-focused. So hopefully that makes sense. Because we've all got the power within ourselves to make things better, to improve our lives and improve the lives of people around us as well. And there are so many different stories in life. If you think about some of them, Bruce Springsteen as an example, first one that comes to mind. I'm sure you're aware of Bruce Springsteen, the one with the gravelly voice and born in the USA and everything. So when he first started, he was playing the guitar and everything. Now, do you think all these agents said, Bruce, you are absolutely amazing. We'll put you on the front cover and we'll actually put you live gigs and you'll be the headliner and everything. Do you think that happened? No. See what happened, Bruce with his voice, because let's face it, it's a very distinctive voice, isn't it? Most of the agents turned around and said, what, with a voice like that, forget it, pal. You just carry on playing the guitar. But he found a way. He turned his shoulds into musts, and he found a way to make things better and make things work. And there are loads and loads of stories. And who knows, you may well have a story like this already. Or if not, on seeing this particular video and you think, well, okay, well, I want something a bit more than what I've got at the moment, so I'm going to turn that should into a must. Who knows? Your story could be the next big story that is going to be able to impact people originally in your inner circle, and then as that circle expands, and who knows, it may well be featured all over the place, even possibly worldwide. So I hope this has been of value to you, and I really do. Now, I must admit, I can't remember what number we're up to as far as these weekly wisdoms are concerned. And so it's just left for me to say, have a fantastic week. So no matter where you are, whatever you're doing, keep on being special and keep on impacting the people around you in the right way. Sending out those positive ripples that is going to impact people and improve their lives. So until we catch up next time, take care. Have a fantastic week. See you soon. Bye now.